Hey, welcome to my channel. This is Spirit Soul Sense, Information for Your Soul. I am Charisse, and being an empath is so draining. I recently heard about Summer Walker canceling like the rest of her tour. I saw her NPR Tiny Desk concert, and at the end, or when she was supposed to be introducing, like she said, like I have social anxiety, all that stuff. I don't think being an empath and social anxiety are the same, like they're not the same thing. Social anxiety is like this fear of not knowing what to do and being really uncomfortable in social situations. It's also not the same thing as being shy. Social anxiety is a little bit more than shy. People who are shy usually warm up eventually. People with social anxiety have to like be taught the things to do in order to become, I guess, adept at social interactions, but their anxiety doesn't really typically go away. Being an empath is still has to do with like emotions, but being an empath is like you're absorbing the energy, feelings of the people around you, and like you're super sensitive to people's expressions, and you intuitively like get a sense of what they're feeling, and it's not something you can turn off. So I did another video that I never uploaded where I basically said I hate being an empath. Being an empath like sucks. It was a particularly trying time. I had been exchanging energy with a lot of different people in a short amount of time, and at the end, the last person I exchanged energy with, it just ended up being like a draining experience. Like it wasn't totally bad, but it's like the energy that I was getting from this person just had me feeling overwhelmed in a way, and I just needed to like get away and have time to myself. So in that video, I just end up crying because like once you absorb, like you have to get it out, and so you're either gonna cry or have like an angry outburst. I'm more of the crier. I don't really have angry outbursts, but there has to be a way that you get it out. I saw someone recommend like a physical act of getting energy out, like wringing your hands and rubbing them. Like it's like an experience, rubbing your arms or different places on you. I think I learned myself to do like a rubbing of the throat, or putting your hand right over your heart and just feeling your heartbeat, feeling the beat, to center yourself. Because like being an empath, like if you're really an empath and you do not have social sort of difficulties, or being around other people being around a lot of people doesn't make you uncomfortable, then teach me your ways. Teach me your ways, because I feel like I've done a very good job of protecting my energy, creating like this bubble around me that I can choose to invite people into or not. I can avoid certain people that I can feel their energy from afar, but I can't turn it off. Like I cannot turn off feeling people's energy, and I just have to like manage the experience of it. So Summer Walker like saying I can't hug people, like I get, like since junior high, high school, when everyone was like hugging friends, I just knew like this hugging thing was not something I was really into. I didn't have like the words for it to explain like I become uncomfortable because I feel like I'm exchanging energy. It wasn't that. It was just like, I just don't really like hugging everybody. I just don't like it. But just being in someone's presence, you are exchanging energy. And just imagine touching them. Even more energy exchange. So I'm sure there are a lot of artists who have more resources than Summer Walker, and have found a way to get past like this exchange of energy, or like the social anxiety. I think she just doesn't know like what to do. If I was in a position of like, one of the reasons I don't want to become famous is because like, who wants all of that energy being directed towards me? Even if it's like virtually, even if it's like millions of people thinking about me. Oh my goodness. I would need my healer with me all the time. I would need to do rituals before every performance, after every performance. I would need someone there whose energy was so neutral, like could neutralize my energy just being around them. it would not work for me to be going on tour. Like she's going on tour, having these meet and greets with like all these people. I would need lots of boundaries in place so that I'm not completely overwhelmed. And then, you know, what happens when you don't, like her canceling her tour, like consciously knowing that she cannot do this, could have manifested in different ways. So like we have artists who get sick and like they really get sick, but stress plays a big part in people becoming sick. Your body's telling you something. People get like nodes on their vocal cords, they get dehydrated, like all these things happen when you stop paying attention to like yourself and what it is that you need. It's just very interesting. So like I completely get where Summer Walker is coming from. I know that everyone is not built for fame. I know that everyone is not built to just have all this energy on them, and to succeed in a world like that, you really have to have like a really great team around you to like buffer you from all these experiences. I am very curious to see how long she keeps making music for. I mean, she's not the first person with social anxiety. I know Zayn had talked a lot about his anxiety and how it's actually stopped him from even walking out onto stages. Like we know of other celebrities who are kind of like reclusive, like Frank Ocean, and Prince was, you know, pretty much to himself and didn't even like see other artists, kind of just like did things from behind the scenes. People are different, and I think everyone has their own way of dealing with this interaction of having to share energy with all these people. Some people are not as sensitive, and so they just don't absorb like all these energies from people, and they just don't have any issues. And some people like me are born like sensitive to expressions, sensitive to energies. I don't see auras, but I feel like I'm very in tune with my intuition. So like I can feel a lot of what's coming off of another person if I am around them. I just get it. So I've had to really just figure out ways to deal and manage. It's been like trial and error over my lifetime. And I think I've gotten to a pretty good place now where I'm at. I don't know what I'll do like when business grows or when my YouTube channel like starts to take off. Like how will I manage like that virtual experience? I mean, my healer is there and I can always call on my sisters, my mother, but listen, it's exhausting, it's draining, it's stressful, it sucks often. Maybe not often, it sucks regularly. Like it's regular intervals of just being overwhelmed by being around people and needing to release that energy. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Are you an empath? Like, tell me your process. If you are one of those empaths who has mastered turning it off. I do not know how to turn it off. I only know how to manage it. But if you know how to turn it off, let me know, please. Thank you for watching.